I'm a 22-year-old trader and finance student on my way to becoming a chartered investment manager, and I'm here to help you navigate the markets. I know you guys are busy, so this video will be short and sweet. Etsy stock is up a whopping 9% for the day. So what's going on with Etsy stock? The catalyst pushing the stock higher, JP Morgan upgraded the stock with an outperform, meaning they think the stock is undervalued and has upside potential, with a price target of $130. Looking at the past earnings, Etsy's earnings were alright. They were not spectacular, but they were okay, and guidance for Q2 was revenue in line, which is not spectacular. It's not really good, but it's also not bad for the stock, and that's why the stock has been going nowhere for the past couple of months. Digging a little bit deeper, Etsy marketplace was 2.7 billion, down 4.7% year to year, which is not good, especially for a growth stock, right? This is absolutely not what you want to see for a growth stock, and this is why Wall Street has not been very nice to the stock. Despite an overall bearish consensus from Wall Street, today is a proof that the sentiment on Etsy is slowly shifting. Usually, once a tier 1 analyst firm like JP Morgan upgrades the stock, multiple smaller analyst firms follow. Expect more bullish upgrades from other firms in the next coming months. Looking at the market cap, at the moment Etsy is valued at around $12 billion. In my humble opinion, Etsy is easily a $20 billion market cap stock, which is almost a double of the current price. Now let's dive into the chart. Looking at the probabilities, Etsy is now sitting at the 2.5 standard deviation of the daily range. At the high of the day, Etsy was up about 11%, and as expected, it's having a hard time going higher after surpassing the second standard deviation, which is the purple line. 95% probability it tops and 5% probability it goes higher. That's the beauty when you trade using probabilities. You start trading like a computer with no emotion. Of course, you can use trend lines, news catalysts, or SMAs for trend following. But the number one tool, in my humble opinion, is understanding the probabilities of a trade before taking it. Looking at the seasonality, summer is usually a very bullish time for Etsy. Sadly, the stock has not performed well. When a stock performs poorly during a strong historical seasonality, this tends to be bearish. However, looking at the ADL, we can see strong accumulation. This is a good sign. Don't forget that Etsy is a sympathy play of Amazon. Comparing Amazon past 6 months performance to Etsy, we can clearly see some relative weakness. Amazon have been going up for the past 6 months while Etsy has been going down. This is bearish. Personally, I already have a starter position in Etsy. I'm slightly up at the moment and will be adding in the future. So now we need to ask ourselves what's next for Etsy. Personally, looking at the probabilities, short to medium term, I think Etsy will continue bouncing in this range before ultimately breaking out to the upside. It's gonna have a hard time breaking through these levels. Is it possible? Absolutely. Could it break out on bullish catalyst news and go right here on the purple line, which is the bigger standard deviation range of Etsy? Absolutely. Bigger picture standard deviation range, we can see that Etsy has a lot of room to go up and also down. Right now we're very close to the reversal of the means of a bigger standard deviation range of the daily time frame, which I also like to use. Bigger picture, looking at the probabilities on the monthly time frame, the fair value of the stock is in the ballpark of 170, which is the reversal of the means of the monthly range. This is even higher than JP Morgan's target. To be clear here, this is not going to happen next week or next month, but I do believe that in the next year or two, Etsy will slowly creep back up and go back to the reversal of the means, which is what stocks tend to do. That was it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Have a good one. Stay blessed and see you in the next video.